Hey yo, E3 2019 just happened.
We're really excited about it. This was actually a really good E3, especially for me at least. We're going to see if it's a good E3 for him too. I have a lot to talk about, and actually I want to start it off talking about Phantasy Star Online 2, because that was a game that we saw the trailer for it in 2012, and I remember, being extremely happy about it because PSO came out on the Dreamcast, and then it ccame out on the GameCube, and that's actually what I have it on. That's what I grew up playing it on, and I had this keyboard, and it was connected to my GameCube, and it was pretty much the only online game for GameCube. So, Phantasy Star Online 2, really happy about it. Really happy that's coming out on Xbox too, because I remember when it came out in 2012, it came out PC only on Japan. Then it came out 2013 on PS Vita in Japan. Then it came out 2016 on PlayStation 4 in Japan. And Evan, my friend Evan, our friend, we both said, like, you know what, like if PSO2 comes to America and it comes out on PS4, like, we're gonna have to get a PS4. That would have been the game that made us get a PS4 for sure. But it's coming out on Xbox One. I got Xbox One. I'm really happy. So I'm all set for Phantasy Star Online, and it's gonna be a free-to-play game, which makes me a little bit nervous actually, because it could be, filled with microtransactions and stuff.
Yeah, that's the trouble with the free-to-play model, is that, where are they getting their money from? It's the cash shop. When I saw that trailer, I was like, Dan's gonna love this. Yeah. At the Xbox conference, I was just like, this guy, it's all about this.
And
I remember you would show us the trailer for it.
Yeah.
Like 5 or 4 years ago, you'd be like, this thing ain't never coming to America. Yeah. So that's, I was just like happy for you.
Dude, I still can't believe that it's happening. And when Evan comes, because he doesn't get off work for a little bit, when he comes, we're gonna add a clip to the end of this and showing his reaction, because he is gonna be so. He doesn't really follow E3 and stuff. He's like busy with life and stuff, but he's gonna see this and he's gonna shit his pants.
The big question on my mind was, what is Square Enix gonna show at E3? Because they last year they had a press conference, but everyone agreed that it was the worst press conference in E3 history.
Wow.
Like literally they had nothing. They showed nothing. We knew every game they showed, and they even neglected to show the biggest games like the Final Fantasy VII Remake, which we knew was in development, but we hadn't heard for like 3 years. So this year they changed it up, and they opened with Square Enix showed us the exact thing we want to see: the Final Fantasy VIII Remaster on PC.
Wow. On PC.
On PC and Switch and PS4 and Xbox. So they did like a remaster collection of all the games on all these consoles, but noticeably absent was Final Fantasy VIII. And I heard reports that it's because those dumbasses lost the source code to the game, so they couldn't remaster a game that they couldn't remake.
Wow.
Somehow, I guess they reverse engineered it, because you can do that. They took the retail game and took the contents off it. And
they hacked it?
They hacked it. They hacked it. They put together this thing. It looks great. But that's not what everyone's here for. They're here for the Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's not a remaster. It's completely remade. And I was skeptical, because I'm just like, you're going to make like this huge, like AAA, realistic action game out of a turn-based RPG. It's like completely different.
Oh, so they're changing the battle system.
They're changing the battle system.
Oh, wow.
But
I didn't know that.
We didn't know how much they were changing it until this trailer. And honestly, it looks cool. It actually looks tactical. It actually looks cool. You can walk around, you can attack, but your attacks don't do much. You build up classic active time battle bar, and then you can use the flashy attacks that actually do damage. So the game looks good, it plays good, and it sounds good. So my hopes are high for this game.
Is it going to be a full price, $60?
Yes, and that's the thing. This is what I'm a little weary about, and I think they're kind of tiptoeing over the fact that 4 years ago when they announced it, they announced it as an episodic game, so it would be in parts. See, the original game was one game.
Yeah.
They're splitting it up into, we don't even know how many parts. We know there's one part, We don't know how long, like 10 years is it finally going to finish? Who knows? But
and this is still happening.
yeah,
This episodic.
that's
so weird.
They claim to us, they claim that each game will be like a full size game, 60 hours. So they'll probably all be full price. So that's the only strange part. But gameplay wise, it looks like it's coming together pretty good. So we'll see how that is.
Final Fantasy VII.
Who
you
knew?
know what? I mean, I've only played Final Fantasy VI, so Final Fantasy VII. I mean, when I was told to play Final Fantasy, it was always the same 3 games that were recommended to me. It was either Final Fantasy VI, 7, or 9. That's what people said. That's what I saw on the internet, at least. So I chose 6 because I wanted to like start older, and I liked that game. So Final Fantasy VII, it's on my radar. I don't know if I'm definitely 100% gonna get it, but it's a game that I could see myself playing, especially if it's like on a sale at some point.
Yeah, well, if you want to play the whole game, you know, and you don't want to wait 8 years, you just play the original.
So next we saw that we got Contra here, and we got Super Contra. We're both big fans of Contra. And we saw the trailer, and we didn't think too highly of it. It's like
What did you think of the new the trailer when you were looking at it? Did you think, oh yeah, this is a Contra game?
No, first of all, I
it
just
didn't look like a Contra game.
I didn't like the narration, the girl.
Oh my god, it was so like free to play, like
Yeah.
mobile game like trailer. Like, hey, here you go.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
didn't. And also, it just to me like I don't think you've heard of this game, but there's a game on Dreamcast called Expendable, and it's like a 4-player. It looks exactly like that 3D roam shooter. Like
is it made by Konami? Like
I
they're
don't
just
know, but
rehashing.
I
this
had
shit.
it on Dreamcast like a long time ago.
I see what they're going for with the remake, and it's just like, because what was it? Was it in Contra? Yeah, it was in Contra with the top down walking, right? Or was that Super C?
That was Super C.
Okay,
Super C.
so in Super C you have those moments where, but
Yeah.
it's not the whole game.
Right.
And so they're iterating on that, but they're making it the whole game, and it looks so low budget, and it's just like, I mean, at this point, we just watched the Konami special announcement. It's like, what do you expect from this fucking company? They don't want anything to do with video games anymore.
Yeah, Konami. Rest in peace.
Their
Seriously.
last good game that they made was that Bomberman one, right?
Which one was that?
On Switch.
Oh, Super Bomberman R. Yeah, that was just like good.
And that was, yeah,
That
right?
wasn't
It
even,
wasn't
like,
like, didn't
amazing.
blow your mind or anything.
No, it was like, you know.
I don't know what the
fine.
deal is, but basically Konami has all their classic franchises held hostage.
Yeah,
honestly,
you're not kidding, honestly.
either they have to, what they have to do is they have to farm them out to like noted third-party developers to develop their game for them. Like get like Inti Creates to make a new Castlevania. They made the new Bloodstained Curse of the Moon game.
Oh, that's a big game.
That 2D game. So, you know, because they're not going to do it themselves, and all their good talent left because it's just fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And if this is what Konami is coming out with in their main studio, it's just like, I see why everyone left. So at Microsoft's press conference, I don't know if I was expecting it or not, but I knew that since Sony wasn't going to make a showing, rip Sony. Fucking idiots. Since Sony wasn't going to make a showing, the best place for them to announce the new Tales game would be at the Xbox conference.
Premiere.
And I brought this because this is the last time Tales has been on Xbox, and it didn't really go well for them.
Didn't they remake that game recently?
Yeah, they did.
Tales of Vesperia.
And I got it on PS4.
Yeah, there it is.
But it was also on Xbox One. It was multi-platform.
right.
So Namco is deciding that what they're going to do is they're going to take all the games and release them on multi-platform now, which is better than having them chained to one console. But I just thought it was like kind of like ironic that they announced the new one at the Xbox showing, and it looked fucking awesome. Now Tales usually is like it's kind of like a fighting game mixed with an RPG, where you're like on a 2D battle plane and you fight and you gain levels and you have a party and everything. This one is so far different. It's almost like watching like Monster Hunter, mixed with Dark Souls, mixed with this Tales combat. So it's like really fast, but you can dodge roll and you fight giant monsters.
So it's good. That sounds good.
It looks fucking awesome, right?
Yeah.
And so I was talking with Alex, my friend, and he was saying that if you could switch between the party members, then it's Game of the Year material, you know? And I was just like, wow, a Tales game of the Year? We'll have to see, because they showed a minute of footage and it looked good, but we'll have to see how the rest of it plays out. Let's talk about Banjo and Smash.
I mean, yeah, Banjo and Smash was something that people have been rumoring since before Smash Ultimate even came out. So
they've been rumoring it since Smash 4.
Yeah.
But the whole big thing with that was that Banjo, as we know, is owned by Microsoft.
Right.
Competing system. So this is such a good thing that Nintendo and Microsoft are now like buddy, you know? Like, fuck that Sony guy, like, let's get together. Or is it Microsoft saying, Nintendo, we don't see you as like a threat, like we're not on the same level, so sure, we'll lend out our Banjo character.
Honestly, should you ever really see Nintendo as a threat? Because like, I'm not to talk bad about Nintendo, but if anything, people always have like an Xbox and a Switch, or they have a PlayStation and a Switch.
The big thing about the Xbox 360 was the Xbox 360 and Wii was like the combo. It was either PS3 or Wii, or the Xbox VIII.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So they got Microsoft to shell out their Rareware license. So and they did a good job. And he looks cool. He looks how he would play. He has all the same sound effects. He doesn't look like a fucking block, like his nuts and bolts appearance, which is a fucking travesty, disgrace. But he looks like he should. And I guess we should also mention that I'm sure nobody else cares, but they announced the Dragon Quest guy, and all his alternate costumes are different heroes from all the Dragon Quest games. And is that a good thing, that all the heroes are interchangeable with each other? I don't know, but I thought it's cool.
That could piss off some of the fans for sure. Like,
yeah.
You know.
I mean, the thing is, in Japan, Dragon Quest is like the biggest fucking RPG.
Japan,
And in Japan, I'm not sure, but I can't imagine that Banjo-Kazooie is like on that level. But in the States, so the hype for them was the hero. And for us, like, the fact that they revealed them both was like a calculated move. Like, in America, we're all creaming our jeans for Banjo-Kazooie. And the hero was just like, oh yeah, another anime swordsman guy. And I don't know, I was watching the hero and he kind of looks like exactly
What's the name? What's his name? The
Hero.
Hero? That's
the hero,
That's his name?
yeah.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah. He kind of looks just like Link. Like, he's got the shield, he's got the sword, and he just slashes shit. But, whatever.
And is that like, they're not going to release Banjo and Hero in the same pack, right?
I don't think so. I think
it's gonna be like one hero, one
I feel
Smash
like
character at a
I feel
time.
like Hero is gonna come first, and then Banjo is gonna come. What they say, like
third or whatever,
winter or fall or something. Yeah, I don't know. Smash Ultimate, because it's the game that has every character so far. The DLC picks have been pretty iffy, I'd say. You know, I mean, they made a Piranha Plant DLC, which is fun. You know, it's a fun little thing, but and then they followed it up with Joker, and it's just like, if you haven't had any exposure to the Persona series,
which I haven't at all.
Yeah, I played Persona 3, and this guy's from Persona 5, so I'm even lost with this guy. I haven't played that yet, which don't crucify me. Then they have the Dragon Quest hero, and I've only played a couple Dragon Quest games, but this is all the Dragon Quest heroes, like they have like, what, 11 entries?
Yeah.
They have a shit ton of games that I haven't played yet. So right off the bat, these first 3 DLC characters, I'm just like, oh, okay. But then Banjo-Kazooie was just like, all right, and we got 2 more, so who knows what the fuck they're gonna, what are they gonna throw at us next? Fucking Puyo Puyo characters? Like, what's next?
Honestly, there are Puyo Puyo. Like, there is a story in Puyo
Puyo,
right. So it could be. Don't like jinx it.
They're not gonna jinx it, all right.
So another game that they didn't reveal exactly at E3, but they showed gameplay footage for was Wolfenstein Youngblood and Doom Eternal. And I gotta say, with Wolfenstein: The New Order, which I have right here, amazing game, and thank God, because they made a Return to Castle Wolfenstein and Wolfenstein 2009, and they made the character look totally different. I don't know if you remember the guy in Wolfenstein 3D, he had orange hair. I don't know, but I could show you the graphic.
The little sprite guy. Yeah.
Yeah, they gave, in the next couple of games, they gave him brown hair. They changed the way he looked totally. And in this reboot, they gave him back his classic,
Look.
like, orange hair look. That, like, immediately sold me on the game. Has a great story. It's awesome. Then they made the new Colossus, which is like a direct sequel, pretty much. And it's
got the 2 right there.
Wolfenstein 2. It's fantastic.
It's the second one.
It's great. There's a couple of moments, like, story-wise, that I'm not going to spoil, but they're just, like, really good storytelling. These are 2 really good single-player, like, story kind of games. And now they're doing Youngblood, and now it's 20 years into the future, or something like that. And now it's BJ Blazkowicz's daughters. And it just, to me, it doesn't feel like Wolfenstein at all. Wolfenstein. I always say it. When I was a kid, I called it Wolfenstein, so...
Hey man, I ain't gonna judge.
But
Frankenstein.
Seriously, yeah. But it's just crazy that they have his twin because his like wife, I guess, in these 2 games was pregnant, and I guess she had her kids off screen, and now they're grown up. It's 20 years later. I just don't get. So now, if they make Wolfenstein 3. Like, what's going to happen? Because is it going to be old man BJ? Because I feel like what they should do, they should have Wolfenstein 1, Wolfenstein 2, make Wolfenstein 3, and then after Wolfenstein 3, they can, like, pass the torch and make it about his kids. Like, at least complete the trilogy first, and then have it about his twin daughters.
Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, not even that. That's not even my main problem with the game. My main problem with Wolfenstein Youngblood is just the daughters are, like, edgy, like, quirky... just they have like those, they're quippy,
that modern pop culture.
Yeah.
Whoa. It's do or die, just like Daddy told us. Fuck yeah!
You guys are weird.
Yeah! Can we make it? How the fuck should I know?
Exactly.
Yeah,
It feels like Wolfenstein Gen Z. That's what it feels like. Gen Z edition of Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
So I just
one
don't get
step
it.
removed from taking selfies in the middle of this fucking Nazi oppression, right?
And Wolfenstein: The New Order was actually really dark and like serious. And then Wolfenstein 2, it's dark and serious, but it has a lot of corny moments that are almost like goofy. So, and I was hoping for Wolfenstein 3 that they would tone it down, but now with Youngblood, which is like, I guess you could call it an interquel to Wolfenstein 3, because Wolfenstein 3 is happening. It's just, this is like a in-between game kind of thing. And now it's just super goofy. So I don't know, like the tone doesn't feel like Wolfenstein to me.
Yeah,
at
that's
all.
really weird that they would jump a 20-year time skip in the future, and also we know that a third one's on the horizon.
Yeah.
So like, either if you want to play as BJ again, you'd have to do a prequel to this new game.
I don't understand.
Which wouldn't make sense. Or you have to do a sequel where you're playing as old man BJ. Who knows if you're even going to play as him?
Dude, that's what I'm
What
scared
if the
about.
next one happens and you play as the daughters again?
That's what I'm really
Or some
scared
completely
about.
new character.
Oh my god, I'm really scared about that. I mean, there is like a plot element, you could say, that if they wanted to, they could make old man BJ and he could still have like a young body and be strong, because there's like a thing in the game with that.
Oh yeah,
they could if they wanted to. So I guess we'll see.
Let's not put it past them.
Yeah, because I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm gonna buy Youngblood. Don't get me wrong. I gotta support id. I gotta support Bethesda. I've been playing Wolfenstein like my whole life. So
as far as I know, they're doing an okay job with the id software properties, right?
Speaking of id, I mean Doom. Doom is. I had Doom on floppy disk on DOS, and I had Doom 2, and then I remember getting Doom 64 on N64, and actually this is Doom 3 right here. The Doom 3 we got was like a remake, complete remake.
Yeah, I forgot about
this. Is actually canon this is right after Doom 2, and it pretty much, this game. I mean, I don't know if maybe I'm not gonna talk about the end of this game. Actually, maybe I don't want to spoil anything. Actually, since Doom 2016 is already out, I'm gonna just tell you. This game literally ends with the Doom Slayer just deciding to stay in hell. Because after all the shit that he went through in Doom 1 and Doom 2 and this, he's like, you know what? Let me just stay in hell and just kill everything because Earth is gonna just get invaded again. So this game ends with him just deciding to stay in hell. That's how it ends.
So 100%, I assume that the new Doom 2016 opens with him in hell.
It opens with like scientists finding his like sarcophagus in hell because the demons in hell found a way to trap him.
So
and
they
put him in a tomb.
So what they do is they ignore this Doom 3. And
yeah, Doom 3 is completely...
They just pick up after the...
Yeah,
okay.
Completely. So, I mean, I don't mind that, because Doom 2016, it's a reboot, but also it's a sequel.
Yeah,
it's a sequel.
It's a soft reboot. That's the term.
Then it's a soft reboot, and they're doing it. They did a great job with it.
And you saw the new trailer for Doom Eternal, and
I
liked it, right?
I remember seeing the teaser in 2018. It was just like, you know, the Doom guy with the double-barrel shotgun, and then it cut to black. And then in this one, it shows like a lot more gameplay.
Yeah. But this one,
Yo, this one,
I saw you playing Doom 2016, and then when I saw this trailer, I was just like, he's not going to be disappointed with this.
Dude. And honestly, I mean, you know me with my music choice. Like, I'm not like a big like metal guy.
Rock, yeah.
But like Doom like has like such a great soundtrack of like heavy metal, like industrial metal.
It pumps you up.
That it really pumps you up.
Yeah. You hear
it's
that
so
music
good.
and you're just like, well, fuck, I want to destroy some
I want to
fucking
kill
demons.
when
Rip
I
and
listen to
tear,
this
you know?
That's one of the names of the song, yeah. And they're also with Doom Eternal. They're making it more like Doom 2 Hell on Earth because they're introducing pain elementals, which were missing in Doom 2016, arc vials, and arachnotrons.
So they're going back, and these were all in.
Those are 3 enemies that were brand new in Doom 2, and I noticed they made the plasma rifle from Doom. They made it look more like the plasma rifle from the original Doom. They have like the blue potions, which I think were armor points. So just laying on the ground. They have like the suit that lets you like stand in like lava or like stuff like that. It just feels really like the old. They're making it even more like Doom. So like Doom 2016 was already amazing and felt like Doom, but Doom Eternal looks even more like they're bringing even more elements back, and it just looks so amazing. And the story, like they're getting angels involved. I don't even know. They're gonna go really far out with it. They're going like really into new lore, and I'm just so excited for Doom Eternal.
Doom guy's anger cannot be contained to just demons. He's got to kill angels too.
I think like it's almost like a John Wick kind of thing.
Yeah, right. Anything that stands in his way, he's gonna fucking shoot it.
After the events of Doom 1, 2, and Doom 64, the demons in hell are actually terrified of him. That's
they should be.
That's a big part of the story in Doom 2016. Is how like the demons are actually afraid of him. He's the Doom Slayer, so
that's good.
I really can't wait for that. I really can't.
Yeah. You know what Bethesda didn't show at their conference?
What?
The Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh, again.
Yeah. They showed a logo last year.
They showed a logo.
They didn't show shit here.
Like the mountains or the forest.
But you get Fallout 76 expansion or whatever.
At least they like acknowledged how like they were like, oh, we have some well-deserved criticism on Fallout 76.
Yeah, right.
And then they're giving out all this free DLC. So it's like, okay.
We're adding NPCs again. It's actually a Fallout game now.
Yeah.
Good. Should have been like that from the beginning.
Seriously, like that. I'm sure that's what everyone was thinking. Like, how is this not how it was in the beginning?
Yeah, but at least they owned up and fixed it. And they said it was free, right?
It's free. All free DLC. Update. All free DLC.
I mean, who would pay for it at that point?
Nobody would pay for it.
Yeah.
And they know that. For sure.
Now they should be able to correct that. So that's good.
Awesome.
Dude, talking about Bethesda's conference and id, they also brought back a new id software title.
Oh, Commander Keen.
Yeah.
Commander Keen was a game that I had on DOS back in the day, before I got an NES or any consoles, and I had Keen 2, Keen Dreams, and I had Commander Keen 3, Goodbye Galaxy, I think was the name.
Oh yeah.
And those are 2 great games. And now this new Commander Keen, it's a mobile game, and it's a PvP one. I don't really get it at all. And you know what? It's like, the Commander Keen has twin kids.
Yeah.
And now, so I don't get why.
Billy and Billy.
Yeah. Why are they obsessed with twins? I mean, they're doing that with Wolfenstein Youngblood having twins, and they're doing that with Commander Keen having twins.
This guy, Blazkowicz, he's got twin genes, you know? He just
so
can't
weird.
stop having twins.
And I appreciated the little nod in the Commander Keen
video. I was gonna say probably the best part of the Keen video was the lore.
The lore, yeah.
The lore. I looked at the game. I mean, I was looking at it and I'm just like, I don't quite get it. But I'm not opposed to the art style. To me, I was like, whatever. But because it's a mobile game,
Yeah.
the thing about mobile games is it's almost like I know they're like the biggest gaming platform nowadays because everybody plays on their phone. But mobile games aren't like real games to me. Like
No, they're really not.
It's like does that deserve a slot at E3? Maybe in the after show, you know. But like I don't know. And the thing is, they're bringing back Commander Keen, and Commander Keen, I played the first one. We all know it's a platformer. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
The new game, I don't know if it plays anything. I was looking at it, and I'm literally like, how does this play? I don't care how
I
this
saw
plays.
some gameplay footage from like another.
It's like
another
you
video.
slide.
It's weird. It's
You
like
point your gun. I
don't know. It's like
Right? I can't even.
It's a vertical platform.
Vertical,
It
yeah.
looked like, or something like that, which didn't make any sense to me at all.
Well,
Yeah, well, big time on that.
yeah.
'cause,
Well, there you go. Commander Keen's back.
Commander Keen's back, and I guess I'll download it if it's a free mobile game.
Oh yeah.
I'll check it out.
Check it out. But the
damn.
hype level is just a little.
It's nothing. It's
Whatever.
It's gone. It's gone.
So another thing that they showed at the Square Enix conference that got me a little, excited was they decided to do a full-on remake of Seiken Densetsu 3, which was a game that never came out in English, but all of a sudden they dropped it on the Switch eShop, a translated version of the original game, and next year they're coming out with a 3D remake. Now, I had known that they have been remaking the Mana series for a few years. They remade the first one, which in America was called Final Fantasy Adventure.
Wow.
That was a Game Boy That was a Game Boy game. It wasn't really a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, that's weird.
I mean, it had elements, but they obviously just threw the name on there for brand. Then they released, this is a game you guys might know, Secret of Mana.
Yeah, that's on Super Nintendo.
On Super Nintendo. That was the second one. That was Seiken Densetsu 2. Then there was another Super Nintendo game called Seiken Densetsu 3 on Super Nintendo that they never released and then just skipped it. And apparently it was the best one. I'm not 100% sure.
It was released in Japan though.
In Japan,
Oh, okay.
yeah. They skipped it in America.
Yeah.
Because they released Secret of Evermore, which is kind of unrelated. Whatever. So what they did was they surprise announced the collection of Mana on Switch, which has Final Fantasy Adventure, the GB one, Secret of Mana, and Trials of Mana, which is the English name for Seiken Densetsu 3. Like the original the original Game Boy SNES versions are downloadable on Switch today, English translated, and they also remade Final Fantasy Adventure in 2015 for Vita.
Wow, I thought they were done with Vita.
Yeah, right?
They're still making Vita games. That's crazy.
So I've been holding out. I want to play this series, but I want to play the remakes. I mean, I can play the original Game Boy version, but like I want to play the new updated version on like PS4. So I'm waiting for a PS4 version of the first one because they remade Secret of Mana on PS4. But I don't want to play the second one before the first one. I know they're not related really, but I just want to play Adventures of Mana, Secret of Mana, and then end it off with Trials of Mana. So we'll see how that ends up. I mean, it looks really cool. It looks like a remake that you really want to play. So I'm excited for that.
That's good. You know what I'm excited for?
Square had a good showing this year.
You know what I'm excited for?
What?
Animal Crossing on Nintendo Switch.
Oh yeah, it looks like Animal Crossing.
It looks like Animal Crossing.
It looks like Animal Crossing.
I mean...
Oh, you start on a deserted island?
Yeah, it looks... I mean...
Tom Nook gives you your bill.
Something like that. It's Animal Crossing
And
on
you
Switch.
there was a part of it where you're literally laying down a road. Like you're building the town. Like you're the guy.
Oh.
Yeah, like you start in a tent, you build roads, you plant flowers, and eventually you build houses.
Building roads, that's definitely new. In Animal
Yeah,
Crossing.
yeah.
That's brand new.
Literally
that'll be
throws
cool.
you in the wilderness, like man versus wild, like Bear Grylls situation. No, it looks like an Animal Crossing game that I think people who loved Animal Crossing all the way up to New Leaf will appreciate. So I mean, it's
Yeah,
it's
New
not
Leaf
it's
was
not
great.
it's not like it's breaking new ground so much as it's what you expected, what you wanted.
It's
and
what everyone wants.
It's innovating
yeah,
on
people
what
are
you
happy
wanted.
about it.
Yeah, no complaints here.
How about the? I mean, it was just a little mini teaser, but how did you feel about the Breath of the Wild 2?
I thought Breath of the Wild 2 was interesting because we had all known that they spent years working on the first one. They developed a new engine, they developed a new graphical style, they developed new battle mechanics and did all this shit. And it only made sense to me. I was just like, well, what are they going to do? They're going to make a return on their investment. They're going to make another game with the same engine.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be a direct sequel. And I'm talking like direct sequel. Like we have Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. But if you didn't know any better, you'd just be like, oh, that's another Link. That's a young Link. Like,
yeah, it's another game, another Zelda game.
Another Zelda game completely separated from the first one. Technically, immediately right after. But this is a direct sequel. It literally starts with Link and Zelda from the last game. So it's kind of like when we saw the first Breath of the Wild trailer, and it's like, is that Link?
Oh, yeah.
Is Link a girl? Why is she using a bow and arrow against some weird thing?
Yeah. Why is his shirt blue and not green?
Yeah. Why is he blue?
Oh man. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
So that leads us into the biggest announcement.
The hugest announcement.
The biggest of E3 2019. The capstone. The end of everything. Konami's special announcement.
The Turbografx Mini.
Yeah, and the PC Engine Mini.
Yeah.
And what was the other one?
I don't know.
I don't know, yeah.
There's 3 models. I don't really understand what it. I don't know. I think it's 3 models. You get to pick one, but I think they're all the same games.
Why does everyone think? No, I get why. Nintendo comes up with good ideas, and like literally every company jumps on the bandwagon.
Yeah, they made the NES Mini, and
they made the NES Mini. They made the Super Nintendo Mini. PlayStation made a Sony Mini.
Yeah.
Sega made a Genesis Mini.
Yeah.
Now what? Konami.
Turbografx of
I
all
wasn't
things.
even. I didn't even know Konami owned the rights to Turbo.
Yeah, where did Konami come from?
Whoa.
Turbografx. That makes no sense.
Why is Konami announcing a Turbografx Mini?
But the one
There's like 20 games for the Turbografx, right?
There's not that
just
many.
have the whole library on it. Like,
What's cool about the Turbografx Mini, I gotta say, is that at least it does have Turbografx CD games on it. Like
that's
Ys
true.
Book 1 and 2, which Ys Book 1 and 2 is a really good game. It's like a 20-hour RPG. Like that's a game worth playing for sure.
yeah.
I wonder if they'll have Fighting Street.
Yeah.
You know?
Come next time with a game, and maybe we'll talk.
Yeah, come with a. I don't even know actually. What does Konami have going on for them right now?
Pachinko.
Oh my god. Pachinko. Yeah. That's a head scratcher right there.
Japanese people love pachinko.
Well-
So, anyway. So, Dan, what did you think of E3 2019?
Overall, I was very happy. Oh, because you know what? We actually didn't talk about Battletoads.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's not much to really say, but again, like my nostalgia boner. Like I got it. I love Battletoads. I'm happy they're making it. It looks a little different, you know?
Yeah.
Like, is it a side scroller beat 'em up?
It's like the original.
Okay.
But
It is.
I think they're going for like a Cuphead aesthetic. But instead of making, Cuphead was like a 1930s cartoon,
Yeah.
I think they're going for like a 1990s cartoon.
Yeah, well, that's fair. That's cool.
And it makes sense, right?
Yeah, it does make sense.
It looks cool. People are shitting on its visuals. I think they're completely
really? I
off
didn't
base.
know.
They're
I
completely
didn't
off
even know
base.
that.
I mean, they're comparing it to the Killer Instinct. Like, one of the Battletoads was in that, and it looked fucking sick as fuck. And then they compared it with this, like, cartoon version. And I get where you're coming from, but Battletoads, come on. It's a cartoony series. The fucking NES game was like playing a cartoon anyway. So.
Yeah, nobody really got past
literally
the third
like
level anyway.
Yeah, right.
Battletoads.
One guy got past the turbo tunnel blindfolded.
Well, then he practiced like
Yeah.
crazy.
He knows
and
all
he
the
studied.
Holy shit! He did it
Yeah.
live too. It was amazing.
But yeah, we got Youngblood. For me, my main excitement, my main number one excitement for E3 2019 is Phantasy Star Online. I have it on GameCube, and I even bought it on Dreamcast because that's how much of a fan I was. I still can't believe that it's finally happening. I still, like, over the years, even though the trailer debuted in 22, I would still always watch, like, the trailer And like I like the trailer music because it's like a remix of a song from Phantasy Star Online 1, and it's free, so there's no excuse not to download that game and at least try it. So
It's been a long time coming for you with that.
it's unbelievable.
I'm glad.
what's happening.
I'm glad it fucking it all worked out.
Yeah.
For me, the game of the show, I'd say most potential. I'd say the Tales game. I love Tales. I love where they're going with it. The last few Tales games were kind of and then they took like a 4-year break. So I'm happy to see where they're gonna go with it. And I like Monster Hunter. I like Dark Souls. I think it's a good fit for the game. So I'm excited for that. Final Fantasy VII Remake actually surprised me because I was assuming that it was just gonna be a complete mockery of what Final Fantasy is. But it ended up being something really cool, and I'm happy with that.
They respected it.
They respected it. They did.
Respected it. Good.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. It helps. It helps.
E3 2019, not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Could have been worse.
Yeah, could have been worse.
Could have been E3
Could have been-
2010.
Oh.